welcome to the Wellington Witch, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Lorien. Here is your 2 weekly reading from the 20th of July to the 2nd of August. So there's only 2 days at the end of the 2-week period, so we'll just have a little bit of a touch base in the beginning of the August month there, but this is mainly for the end of July. I'm going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot along with some runes, and I will also be doing some other cards, moonology cards, or whether that be angel cards or whatever that may be. I'm going to just go with the flow on this one. I'll also be looking at how the new moon in Cancer on the 19th or 20th of July, depending on where you are, may affect you. And also we're going into Leo season, so we'll be looking into how that affects you as well. In the meantime though, if you resonate with this reading, please do give a comment down below. Love to hear back from you, and if you'd like a reading based on anything you hear here, or you know, if you have a question that you'd like to ask me regardless, all the information to how to get a reading is down below in the description box. Thank you so much to everybody who has recently commented, subscribed, left a little like, or you know, just got in touch with me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It really does make my day, and I'm so glad to be able to do these readings for you. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. In the meantime though, let's get on to your reading. Hello lovely Aquarius, this is your reading for your sun, moon or rising sign. So just to start off before I shuffle the cards, whoops, the new moon in Cancer on the 19th or 20th of July is going to be in your 6th house. Now this is if you are Aquarius rising, so it's going to be in your 6th house of health, digestion as well. That could be very much a point for you. Power over your enemies, and kind of, I suppose what I'm trying to say is just kind of how you deal with relationships and stuff like that, and the people who may not have your best interest at heart. So this could be very important for you as we also go into Leo season, where it's going to be, you know, fancy doodle dandy. And because Leo is very much in your, if you're Aquarius rising, because it's in your relationship house and your partnerships and your spouse and stuff like that, that could be a kind of knock-on effect of what the energy you want to put into the new moon in Cancer, how it goes into both houses. So that could be something that you want to pay attention to. Your partnerships, your relationship to the public, people who really believe in you, foreign trade, stuff like that, and the company you keep around that. So your cards are Page of Wands. 10 of Wands has been coming up a while. The Tower, ooh, and the 4 of Cups. At the bottom they're asking me to look at, this is 7 of Cups. There could be some indecision, and I feel like for some of you there's a little bit of disappointment into how you feel like you're handling things. I'm just going to move this the right way for you. There we go. They want me to have another one. The Star upright, which is always nice to see. It was upside down for another reading here. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so we have a lot of wands over here, so I feel like the main thing is your creative energy seems to be a little bit of a dip. You know there's a new potential coming through. The Star here gives you this sense of inspiration. There's generosity and serenity of spirit, but it just feels to me like you have an opportunity, you want to go in that direction. You're exchanging messages maybe with somebody in the next 2 weeks that give you enthusiasm, that's very enthused, but you have a lot on your plate already, so you may be reluctant to take something else on when you've already got a lot of responsibility to complete. It also feels like there's going to be some people who are very encouraging, like I say, enthusiastic. Other people may not be as such. They will expect you to do things for them. They will expect you to have things on time, and this could in total be quite stressful for you because you don't want to have that kind of boxed pressure. And the Star here says just keep going with your generosity of spirit, keep going with your hope and inspiration. You can say, I give this burden back to you. You can literally go, that is not mine, that is yours. I think you forgot this when you were talking to me and asking me to do things. There's nothing that you can't say, oh, look, I have no time to do it right now. Please have this back to you. So I do feel that some of you may even be very enthused by a new job. you know, or a new opportunity, and you feel like, yeah, this is good, this is releasing my spirit, but then you offer to take on too much because you want to impress somebody. You know, similar with relationships. You're doing something new and it feels good, but you're taking on too much in order to prove yourself. That's going to cause the tower to come down pretty fast. So all you need to do is make sure that you have a release of all the burdens that you have, because otherwise spirit will do it for you. And you will not realize this revelation or this sudden change until the rug is whipped from underneath your feet. So what you need to do is balance yourself, make sure that you have your core in control, literally, because it may be a little bit of a balancing act. And I think the tower is here to tell you, look, be pleased about this change. Be pleased. If we feel like we need to change it for you, go with it. But it is about being aware of it. I mean, in this card, it could even be a particular change you yourself decide to make. You could decide to completely overhaul your life, and the people around you will be, whoa, okay, I didn't realize this sudden change was all coming. So you could be the cause of this tower and this release of, you know, old ideals, stale thoughts, you know, worldviews that are really out of date. You know, you could be sometimes talking to people like a brick wall. But the thing is not to tire yourself out. Four of Cups means that there is opportunity coming in. And even though you may not feel like it after a sudden overhaul of how you do things, or, you know, somebody else coming in and shaking things up and making things go all over the place, you know, opportunity is coming in. But with the bottom card here as well, I haven't done the bottom card for anyone else yet. So you seem to be special in that way. But this is having faith about your profit and your vision. It's just a case of sometimes your imagination can run away with you, or you can run away with your imagination. You know, you can go, yay, let's go in the garden and play. And that can cause a little bit of a distraction for the things you need to put your effort into and the things that you need to focus on. We all like a little bit of a distraction now and again. We all like to play and be quick thinking and, you know, try and discover new ways of doing things, which I think is what maybe you want to do, but there's too much going on right now for you to really detach from that. I think of it as a kite, like you're very much in the air doing your kite-like things, but you need something on the ground to root you, or else you're going to be flying over the sea without any way back. So what you need to do is make sure that your feet are very much grounded on the floor, very much in reality and just kind of centered, and then you can do whatever it is you need to do. It feels a lot like you have potential, a lot of potential to grow in these next 2 weeks and figure out how to deal with expectations of other people and how to deal with other people just, you know, rushing at you. It's kind of like if you order some food, you expect on a timer, at least in the UK, you have a timer and it says, oh, it'll be with you in an hour. You get text updates. But sometimes it's like it has an hour and then they come in 20 minutes and you're not prepared. So it's kind of like you need to be more prepared for what is actually on its way to you and how you can deal with that overall. It's almost like they're asking you on a fundamental level to place yourself in a strategic moment so you can deal with anything that comes to you. Don't take on too much. Don't have your head in the clouds. Just keep base level, if that makes sense. I do hope so. So the runes that you have, or rune that you have. Okay, so this is Thurstas, a thorn, a reactive force, a defense, a conflict, and I think you will have to get defensive, basically. It could restructure a friendship, I'm not going to lie, or a relationship in the next 2 weeks. Like I say, you have enemies here, or the house of enemies and other people, and you have the partnership area active. So you could be getting a lot of praise, you could be getting a lot of people on your side. That ticks somebody else off. You saying, look, I know I said I'd do this for you, I just don't have the spoons to do it right now. They could get really ticked off about that. So it's just a case of you being authentic and just saying your piece. If they have a little bit of a reaction, it's just a case of, well, okay, we don't fit in this way. That's fine. You carry on and do what you need to do, but I literally have to do this for my own benefit. So I think the reactive force is you being pre-aware of things coming into you and, you know, things that may be pushing against you. I think sometimes you do attract some jealousy, Aquarius. I think you attract people who are kind of envious of your contribution, the way you are, your freedom, the way you think, the people you know, the way that you hold yourself. It can be a myriad of different things. But I do feel that you attract some kind of envy. And it's not to say that you do this deliberately. I don't think it is. I just think that the way you are, the kind of talents that you have, the natural talents that you have, are envied by other people who cannot possibly get to your level or your vibration, and that can draw in some negative effects. So people who may want to control you in order to feel like they have that talent themselves or whatever, they may be getting a little bit of a poke in the behind in the next 2 weeks from you, saying, look, I'm not accepting this, I'm not doing this, and you can go over there. So do be aware of that. I'm not saying this to be negative. I'm not saying that, you know, you're going to have a lot of issues and all that. I just mean that if something does upset you, or if something, you go, oh, hang on, that was out of left field, or what's going on there? It's just a case of, oh, all right, this is why, and I need to take a step back and focus on my own thing. Because I do think that if you make room, or if somebody kind of disappoints you this time, you will have something else better coming in. The more you clear away, the more that can come in. So I think that's your key for the next 2 weeks. Beloved one, okay, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Okay, so this could literally be a romantic relationship. It could be a soulmate, part of your soul family, which is not literally a sister or a brother. It could be a friend or somebody at work who you feel immediately close to, but they have a little bit of a bee in their bonnet, or something that just feels they're not ready to handle yet. There is another card that wants to come through. Is it top or middle? I'm going to go middle. Okay. Prioritize. So focus on your highest priorities, help you get organized and motivated. So this is basically just to tell you, focus on you. Focus on what you need to get done here. Don't focus on everything else that is being thrust upon you. It could be, for instance, that a boss or something like that thinks that you're their star worker, and suddenly you're like, actually, I can't do that. And you start standing up for yourself. And suddenly they're not getting credit for what they normally get credit for, which is your work. It's something like that. Somebody else seems to be getting a lot of credit for things that you've been doing. Make sure that you're focusing on your health. You also had peace. So you had 2 chamomile here. So you need peace, comes from remembering that only love is real. So everything else that's being thrust upon you, everything else that's kind of overtaking peace and love and high vibration, that needs to be out of the way. And it could mean that you do something to cause the tower snippy, you know, get rid of some drastic connections and things that are weighing you down. But still, don't get rid of the things that ground you. Just get rid of things that shove you into a box that you're not happy with, you know, that don't understand you. Various things, you know, various things like that. I just feel that, Aquarius, you are doing your best. Anybody else who doesn't see that or appreciate that, you have to just kind of, okay, well, fair enough, but I am doing it. So be your authentic self always. Let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you, my lovelies. And if you would like a reading about this or have a question on your mind, I am open to readings. All the information is down below. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other. And I look forward to reading for you very, very soon.